Hello everybody. Today we're going to be looking at 3 mountains on a ridge and then a bonus mountain. But we're starting at Brighton and it's really early, going on the Lake Mary / Catherine trail, which is really just a road in the ski resort. We're going uphill. A good view of the night, which is about to be morning, and it's not too steep getting up here. There's a sign you can barely read, Lake Mary, Catherine, Albion. But the first mountain we're going to attempt is Tuscarora. There's Millicent up there with a big pipe. Who knows? I don't know what they are for. But here we are at right before Catherine. It's pretty big. It's a lot more water than I usually see it with. It's pretty shallow most years. I guess they didn't drain it too much this year. Here are the sun's finally coming out. Someone was actually camping up here, which is kind of silly. It's like right off the trail. And we get up to Lake Martha. Some deer. Up to this point, it's been a little steep, but it's a very well-maintained trail, so it's not bad at all. There's Martha, and there's first peak Tuscarora. I don't know if I'm saying that right. There's the sun coming out. Just sign saying this is a watershed. Nice view of the mountains back there with the sun, just as trail. There's a little grouse. He didn't really care that I was right next to him. Sunset Peak, I've done that in another hike. I'll be in Basin if you want to get into like Snowbird area or Alta. And here we go up the trail to the ridge. It's still a decent trail, but pretty dang steep. Here on top of Tuscarora, I don't know. Yeah, there's Wolverine in the back. Nice views into Little Cottonwood. Just kind of 360, not quite at Wolverine. But finally, we did get to Wolverine. Not too bad of a hike from the last peak. Good view to Big and Little Cottonwood here. It's a nice in between all the lakes down there. It's starting to get a little sunny. Still no one up here. I haven't seen anyone this whole time. Yeah, not too bad getting up here. We love Gatorade. Here's me trying to position this camera as best I could. But fans know we love Blue Frost Gatorade. It's still frozen, but I got a little bit of a sip. Very good. We go on to the last one on this ridge, Patsy Marley. You can see there's a little bit of snow down there still. Big boulder field. Accidentally knocked a rock off and it kept tumbling for a solid minute. It was kind of crazy. It just kept going. Thankfully no one's down there, or at least that'd be really weird if they were. Nice view into the canyon, into Salt Lake Valley. It's kind of where we came, and I actually did see, that's the first guy on this venture I've seen, and it's about 9 a.m. this point, and it's starting to get a little hot. It's almost 10. I think it was like 9:45. Here's a big geocache on Patsy Marley. Here's a trail to Black Betsy. You can see Honeycomb Cliffs, the lake, and it wasn't too bad getting up here. It's getting pretty hot, but the trail up here wasn't terrible. There's a nice big box for Solitude. It was locked. I couldn't see what was in there. And then foolishly, I took this horrible ridge down to the trail again. Just terrible. Crawling on rocks. It was super steep. That's where we came from. Just terrible. Don't do that. Just go down the trail again. And going back to the lake on this road. Let's see, there's a big pile of tree branches for some reason. But I basically loop back to Lake Catherine from Twin Lakes here. And that's the road that gets up to Millicent. Taking the little trail back in the shade. It was getting really busy. There was tons of people by this point. We're at the lake again. Little shed. And we're back on the main trail. Tons of people now. It's getting hot. So I rate these hikes using 3 criteria: solitude, scenery, and difficulty. Solitude is the good, or how many people are hiking with you. Scenery is good views, and then difficulty is how hard the hike is. So solitude, I'd probably give 5. There's a lot of people on the main trail by the lakes. You're not going to really get any seclusion. But once you're on the ridges, you won't see a lot of people. There's still pretty popular mountains. So overall a 5. Scenery is an 8. There's really cool mountains everywhere. And then this ridge is right in the middle of all the awesome mountains. So you can see everything. And of course the lakes are really cool. And the whole hike up is just really forested. But nothing like super interesting, so that's why it's just an 8. Then difficulty, if you just did the ridges and didn't do kind of the extra stuff I did, I'd probably give it a 7.5. It's not quite an 8, but it's not also a 7 because it's kind of steep and it is pretty long. The whole hike was about 9-ish miles. So in between, like a 7.5. Depending on the time of the day, it is shaded most of the way. And there's really no traversing or bushwhacking. It's all on really maintained trails, which is nice. So a solid 7.5. If you like this video, climb on a giant bee and then fly down to maybe Jimmy John's or perhaps Costco and get a free sample. Goodbye.